Good morning everyone from Hong Kong. Today I'm going to be exploring this city without too much of a plan, and that may or may not be because ChatGPT is unavailable here and I can't rely on it for an itinerary, but I'm not complaining because that sets us up for the opportunity of some unstructured adventures, and that's exactly what we want. It's a nice bright and sunny day here in early June. Let's get after it. Well, I know it didn't take long, but I need something to fuel my adventure, and so I stumbled upon this dim sum spot that seemed to have a lot of popularity among the locals. I didn't know exactly what to get, and I wanted to try a little bit of everything, so I got this platter, and that looks phenomenal. I absolutely devoured the rest of that platter off camera. It was much needed, and now I feel I have the energy required to get after it today. A kind of funny trend that I've noticed a lot in Asia and even in Europe is college apparel, but the colors are never correct. And when I say college, I'm referring to American colleges. And I don't think that people buying it understand that the colors are not accurate to the school's colors. I think it's a sort of Western appeal thing. But it is funny nonetheless because I never see them get the colors right or the mascot. American quality dry clean. I don't want American quality dry cleaning. I want Chinese quality. I don't want Bob Smith touching my shirts. They're gonna come out all wrinkled. The stitches are gonna be messed up. The best part about having no set plan is that you see a random escalator with locals going up it, you join them. Hong Kong. From the 63rd floor of, I don't even know what this building is. I've got this elevator all to myself, and wow. That is just unreal. That was a very fun little side quest, but the golden arches tells me it's my time to get out of here. If you look up there, you can actually see where I just was overlooking this city. I've stumbled upon this nice garden area with a great view of the city skyline, the bay itself, and they have this horse exhibit here, as this year is the year of the horse in the Lunar New Year calendar. Now the move is to take a ferry to get over there and see what's happening on that side. I think this is me there, not the Chinese guy, but the boat behind him. And I've just got my ticket. It was really cheap, cheaper than I expected. I guess it's just one way, but can't complain. It was 5 Hong Kong. We've made it to the other side, which is Victoria Harbor. It was a very nice boat ride, maybe 10 minutes. In Hong Kong, you'll see lots of these iconic red taxis, along with a ton of London-esque double-decker buses. You'll also notice they drive on the left side of the road here. A little history lesson, since I haven't gotten into it yet. is that Hong Kong was actually ceded to the British Empire in 1860 following the Opium War. And in 1899, they signed a 98-year lease, which ended in 1997. So in 1997, Hong Kong was handed from the UK back to China, but you can easily still see the influence. Not only do they drive on the left side of the road here, but you can see it in the architecture as well as language. In the streets here and in households, Cantonese is the most commonly spoken language, but most people here, especially young people, speak English as well. Unfortunately, at this point in the day, I can no longer hide how sweaty I am. There's no better free aircon than at a mall. And while I'm here, I'm gonna try to find a little refreshment that I can try on camera. Just found this stall that actually takes card, and I tried to order this, but the lady insisted I get this one instead. And so I'll trust her because she was very sweet. And she's guiding me to sit down now, so here we go. It's a pretty big toss-up if places will or won't take card here, so you will probably need to withdraw some cash, but luckily the ATMs are not too hard to find. It is pretty hot today. It's about 35 in early June this afternoon. But the good thing about most of these buildings being super tall is you're shaded through most of the city. And as you walk by all the entrances, shops, restaurants, you catch a bit of that aircon and it keeps you going. A big misconception I want to clear up, because it's so easy to get it confused, is that Hong Kong is part of China. It's not its own country. However, it's called a special administrative region, which means it has a very high level of autonomy separate from the main Chinese governing body. Even though it's part of China, Hong Kong does operate under the one country, two systems policy, which means they have a high degree of self-governance, and that being they have their own currency, the Hong Kong dollar, their own passport, and they're able to make their own laws. For those who don't know, Hong Kong is actually not the only special administrative region of China. There is actually one more, and that's Macau. And if you look at Hong Kong as British influenced China, you can look at Macau as Portuguese influenced China. It was handed over about 2 years after Hong Kong, making it the last European colony in the region. And that's where I'll be going in my very next video, so stay tuned. Even if I'm able to get somewhere more efficiently using public transit, if I have the time, I often think it's worth it to walk on the streets. Now we're going to be taking the metro. I decided to get off at a completely random stop just to see where I end up, and I'm no longer in the glamorous, beautiful Hong Kong, but rather the copy-paste, kind of brutalist part. You'll just see rows of buildings that look the exact same with no personality, and this is about exactly what I saw coming in from the airport on the train yesterday. Anyways, I don't think there's too much to see here, and I'm starting to get a lot of funny looks, so I guess I'll keep on pushing forward. There's some gray clouds above, so hopefully I can beat this storm out of here. It's mostly stopped raining for now, at least. There's still thunder, and it's definitely starting to get dark out. But this is great because now the lights are starting to come on, and we get to experience Hong Kong at nighttime. A lot of scaffolds here tend to be made with bamboo. I'm on Goldfish Street as this rain is starting to pick back up again, and you might be wondering, well, why is it called Goldfish Street? Well, there are dozens and dozens of shops here selling all kinds of household fish. So, if you're ever in Hong Kong and you need a fish tank or anything living or not to put in it, this is the place to be. I'm gonna push on back towards Victoria Harbor so that I can grab a quick dinner and catch the light show here shortly from across the water. The metro here is widely considered to be one of the best in the world, and it's super easy to use. You just get what's called an octopus card, and you load funds onto it, and then you just tap it and go. This is your bread and butter for public transport here. You can use it on trains, buses, ferries, and if you run out, you can reload it super easy. Pretty soon here, the lights will start to come on, but for right now, take a look at that view. I'm gonna grab a quick meal before it's too late in order to catch the light show in time. I got a brisket lo mein, and the guy warned me with the chili. He said, be careful, it's very spicy. I said, okay, all right, and I still put a lot in there. Very good. Lots of flavor. It's not too spicy. I like it. Not exactly sure where it all went, but it was alright. Amazing meal, exactly what I needed, just in time for what we've all been waiting for. Let's go to the light show. Well, to be honest, I found that a bit underwhelming. The sounds impressed me. The orchestra impressed me a lot, and how the lights were well timed with it. Definitely a very cool, unique experience. It just wasn't as lit up and extravagant as I was hoping for. But maybe I just came on a bad day. Maybe I didn't pick the best view. I hate to go out on a dud, but I do think I'm gonna call it here because my battery's starting to get low, and I should probably start to head back. But thank you very much for tuning in. I'm still learning how to record myself as I travel. So any advice, feedback would be greatly appreciated in the comments, as well as correct me if I was wrong about anything. I have a few days left in Hong Kong, but I think it's best I do all the super touristy things off camera. My next video, I'll be making a day trip to Macau, so be sure to tune into that. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a great night.